So there's something that so many of us collectors can relate to. There is a question that people want to know. Why would you waste money on full and complete sets of video games? Why would you want to go for a full entire library of games knowing that you'll never play half of the games? So many of them are bad games or they're even shovelware. Just so many titles that you're going to waste your money on. What's the point of all of this? And what is the passion that goes behind collecting full sets of games? What is that thrill? What is that desire? And why do people want to even do that? I myself have a couple complete sets of full video games. That is the North American libraries of these games. And I'm going for a worldwide set of Nintendo 64. I'm almost there on the Super Nintendo set and even the Nintendo Entertainment System. Also GameCube. Really just a lot of games and a lot of different consoles. So, am I ever going to play all of these games? Why would someone want to even bother? Why would you do that? Well, first of all, the appeal. That is going to be something that people find fascinating about this. Something about having something complete. Following that journey. Accomplishing those goals. Let's face it, many people enjoy a challenge. That thrill of the hunt, reaching out, finding games, making deals, trading towards something. That is all very helpful when you're going for these full sets. Some people just like to share this with others, and something that I find crazy is that people often have those like bragging rights behind this. There's a whole group of people, that just like to count the numbers and just showcase different things. I feel like as collectors, a lot of us will bring up things that we're passionate about, but other people may call it bragging or even just like, putting that out there. So some people are, set back and put off by that, but we all get excited about something. And that is true for some collectors. I find it so impressive when I hear of these complete collections, just because the time and the passion that goes into this, just the motivation and the goals that people have. And let's face it, this is something that isn't just one day of collecting. It takes time. It takes, time management. It takes being organized and just going out there to find these deals. It's something that you cannot simply complete in just, a few days, a few weeks, months, or even years. Some of this stuff is like long-term goals for a lot of people. And that's something that I find very prideful and something that I'm often impressed by with other people. Now, if it's not about the appeal, maybe it's about the games itself. So that is something out there that just people don't understand. There are so many people in the world and there are different tastes when it comes to games. Some people enjoy fighting games and other people just hate them. Some people love RPGs, and some people just don't have the time for those types of games. Even the new Mario movie, that did not do very well with some of the critics. But a lot of people loved it because we were comparing it to the older Mario movie. That is something that we wanted so bad to be good, and simply that first movie was not good at all. So it didn't score perfect is what I'm getting at, but I still loved it, and so many people loved it. A lot of people thought that those critics were wrong. So just because a game is, shovelware or deemed a bad game out there by critics or, people who just really didn't enjoy it, doesn't mean that it's necessarily a bad game. It could be one of the games that you enjoyed in your childhood or, back in the day, and it's one that you can have so much fun with. There are so many stupid games out there that I wasted all this time and everything else playing, but people were like, why would you do that? Well, because I was having fun. I enjoyed it. I didn't know any better. I didn't know that there were better options out there. And if I'm having fun, why does it matter what anyone else says? That is just so crazy to me. So I just like making my own decisions with this when I'm collecting these full sets. I don't want to just experience things that other people are telling me to experience. I want to experience things on my own. I want to make those own decisions for myself. I don't want to limit myself on games just because people may vote certain games at the top. Sticking to a top 10 for any system is a bad idea because you miss out on so many different games, so many different opportunities, and games just have so many different things involved in it. So maybe 700 plus games for a set is kind of crazy, but that's just what people enjoy. So another point, the people like us. They are the reasons why we complete these sets. There are so many different people out there. So it's people like us that are going to keep this physical media alive. Without people buying these crap or, bad games, there wouldn't be places selling these cheap or inexpensive games. Because what would be the point to this? People would deem it trash and they would throw it out. Then there would be no more of those games that exist. And places would only cater to some of the top 10s. And if that game didn't fall in that top, then you would just be out of luck. So it's people like us that are going to have these items out there. I would hate to see these items destroyed and media to be lost, all because someone listened to a few people's opinions. People like us keep this hobby going. We keep the passion, we keep the physical media, and we just keep it fun. It's all supposed to be fun when you're collecting, when you're enjoying these games, and you're just having a great time doing it. Now, essentially this is preservation, so that leads into it. Cataloging games, keeping them secure. Everything I have in my entire collection is well protected. You have that good climate, you have clean, you have the games that are checked, and you have to keep up with it. It's essentially like maintenance in a way. But it's nice to know that I have these items and they will be safe for now. So many games over the years have been lost or forgotten. This is a way, especially for me, to own these games. If only we had better ways to do that with a lot of the digital media, when the servers, or even when the systems just shut down, when those stores shut down. It is so crazy because so many games are lost and people have no way to access them anymore. There's so much content that has been, forgotten about, lost, moved on, and so many people are missing out on all of this. But when you have these physical games, it keeps it going and you can, upload them and have all of these files and everything else safe and just have them essentially stored. So that is something that I'm definitely all about. So I'm just going to keep having fun with my collection. I want to explore new games, keep learning about them, and just finding those deals. That is what this is all about. So I want to know what you guys think about people who go for full sets of video games, trying to complete those sets, whether it be 20 games in a set for some of those older titles, or having 700 plus video games, having full libraries, having every game that they ever want to play right at their fingertips. And they don't have to worry about trying to find ROMs or everything else. Now, some people like to do all that stuff, but I just like to make sure that I have these games whenever I decide to play them, or if someone wants to play them when they come over to enjoy this. I've had people come over and they'll pick up a game, and I'm like, you really want to play that out of everything I have here? And they just want to play one of those crappy games because they had so much fun with it. And we do. We have a blast. That is what it's all about. And I want to know what you guys think about video game collectors who go for full sets. What are your first opinions on this topic? And are you one of the people that think, what is the point? So of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out all of my other videos and stay tuned for more.